which is going to be more difficult than you think.
Well, Mott's gonna like roll his shoulders and go, "Did you guys really have to make us drag all of your equipment into this room? Feels like it took us forever to get here now."
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The lead researcher Elric looks at you and, well, we can't exactly do our work without our equipment.
Yes, but all of it?
It was 2 trips.
Yeah, and it felt like forever. It almost felt like it took a month. I'll stop now, Ninja.
He just smiled. He just looks at you and, if you could go check on the campsite, that would be appreciated.
Oh, sure, make another trip for me. I see how it is.
Yes. So he's asked you to check on the camp, essentially.
Yep, pretty much.
Basically, he's telling you to get out of their way.
Yep. And Mott is currently headed towards the camping.
The rest of you following, or
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah.
okay.
Whee! Run away!
As you guys come out into the early afternoon fresh air, you see the redhead researcher sitting there preparing lunch. And she looks up at, oh, done working, are we?
At least for right now.
What's for lunch?
Right. Roasted ham.
Oh, not Fay ham, right?
Yes. Wild boar, if that's any different.
Okay, me no eat Fay, but I'll eat wild boar. That sounds good.
All right.
All quiet in the camp front?
So far, I haven't seen anything. I've been out here for the last hour or so.
Fair enough. And I legitimately forgot what we decided to call the elephant.
You hadn't
Charlie.
decided to call it anything except a variety of different names.
Yeah,
It was
something
Charlene.
Charlie Jubilee or something.
Yeah,
No, it was Charlene.
Fay Jubilee.
Not Fay. And then whatever Shaggy's name was.
He was Jubilee.
Jubilee? Okay.
The elephant is sitting there munching on some hay.
I thought it was
grass,
Jezebel.
and
Yeah,
Mm. Jezebel, you're right.
Yeah, Charlene, not Fay, Jezebel.
Oh, yeah. That's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna walk up to it and give it a good friend tap.
Okay. It just like reaches out and pokes you with its trunk as you walk by and pat it. Yeah. All quiet on the campfront. The female researcher looks at you and, since you're running around already, could you run back in and tell them that lunch will be ready soon?
Okay.
Sorry.
That's alright. A third trip wouldn't kill me. Hopefully.
All right. So you run back in, inform them that lunch is ready, and Elric looks at you and, oh, I almost forgot. Thank you. We'll be right out. And he goes back to working on whatever he's working on.
What looking at what they're doing, Mott wants to do some calculations in his head. Is like, what is the likelihood that they'll completely forget that lunch is ready?
One of them is taking notes on the strange metal plates that encircle the room. One of them is sketching out the layout of the room, and the other female uh, researcher is basically standing there, tapping her foot and looking at the two of them impatiently. She looks over. I'll make sure they get out there. I'm
All right.
starving myself, so
All right. Well, drag one of them by the drag him by the ears if you have to.
I will.
He'll head back way to the
All
campsite.
right. When you get back to camp, the red-haired researcher has plated out several plates of food and has set them basically sitting. They're sitting on the various rocks and stumps and things that are scattered around the campfire. She points to one for you when you walk out. There you go. Fresh greens, roasted pork, and a little bit of meat if you care for it.
Thank you kindly. So you're not as excited about this observation room as your cohorts are?
Uh, they're excited because this is their field. I'm a geologist. I'm here to study the rocks and patterns around the area. That's the
Huh?
entire reason I'm here.
Well, you're in luck because if what they were muttering in that room are any indication, we might be tracking up this hill mountain to unearth some stuff. So,
Well, good. That actually puts my field to work. Um, I'll have to take a look later at the map, but I could probably help you narrow down where you should dig, or where we should dig, depending.
all right, that sounds fair enough. Though he's gonna look at the other guys. If you guys don't mind, I do want to have myself and the head researcher do a quick once over in the ruins before we meet you guys up to do the excavation, just in case if we missed anything in our initial search. Sound all right with you guys?
I mean,
Do
yeah,
what now?
man.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You were really digging into that meal, huh, Kunari?
Yes, tastes good.
Well, at least we know our chef friend's cooking is pretty good then. But I was just wondering if me and the head researcher can go back in the temple or whatever, and I can look for anything that we might have missed, any hidden passageways or anything, while you guys try and narrow down the place that we get a dig.
Mm,
Okay.
All right,
sure, bro.
All right. About 5 minutes later, you hear two male voices making sounds of pain as the blonde researcher is dragging them out by the ears. She lets them go around the edge of the campsite. Go eat now. You can go back and check that room again later.
I
And
see.
Food good's good, bros.
Elric and the elf just rubbing their ears. The elf like pointedly massaging one of his ears. All right, you don't have to get violent.
I didn't think you would take my word for it.
Excuse me for a moment. I need to go grab something from my tent.
Fair enough.
Wonder if it's a whip.
Uh, What was that? I'm sorry, something fell over on my computer.
Weird.
Oh, it was a cable. Never mind. It's fine. She walks away. The two researchers sit down and begin to eat their now mostly lukewarm food. And the red-haired female researcher looks around and, well, how much hiking are we doing? Elric looks up and, from what we can gather, it's somewhere on the backside of the mountain. That much is certain, but we don't know exactly where. She kind of, well, we'll attempt to make a rough guess based on the area we can. I'm sure we can find it.
Well, I'm not real smart in this, but I got like 50 feet of rope. Maybe we can measure out from here to the room and get a better estimation on what it is if we can, if you guys are good at math.
She looks at Elric, and Elric stops. He's got a bite of meat like halfway to his mouth. He's like, that actually could work. We could calculate the distance between lengths of rope, and that's. Are you sure you've never done this before?
Not this particular thing, but you can learn a lot from the sewers of Neomar, and there's a reason why I'm in the guild. Let's just leave it at that.
See,
Yeah, man, he's like the smart one of us.
Well,
no, don't open that. I hit the Windows key instead of the Alt key.
uh, oh, boss man, he's going to point to this dude,
Elric,
and he's going to share with Elric just his idea if he's up for it, or if the research group is up for it.
I personally don't have a problem with it. Do any of you? The other three just shake their heads and keep eating.
And I guess after lunch, Elric and the redhead, I forgot her name,
Hmm.
the redhead, I forgot her name.
I don't have a name for her either.
Oh, okay.
There's a reason I've been describing them via race and physical street structures.
Then Elric and Stacy. Oh, after lunch, us three will head back into the ruins. And like I said, I hope you guys are better at math than I am because I'm going to rely on you guys to figure that out.
Simple mathematics. It should be quite easy enough to do the calculation. All right. So lunch goes pretty well. The group just makes small talk. Mostly Elric and the elf continuously blabbering on about the chamber. Uh, the two women just shaking their heads in exasperation at them. After lunch, you, Elric, and the redhead head back in. Do your rope trick. It takes you about half an hour, 45 minutes to do the whole thing, to do the whole way to the chamber. Uh, Elric keeps notes on a piece of paper, and he stops when you're done in the solar, and he sits down at one of the benches and starts scribbling notes. He comes, waves the redhead over. She walks over, and well, that looks about right. Um, if that's the case, then we are at this latitude and this longitude. So that's where the camp sits. So we need to go north by northwest about half a mile up, I think, if that's right. And they just look at each other. The Elric shrugs and you're the geologist. Thanks, Elric. As you guys come back out, it is mid-afternoon. The other two researchers are in their tents, respective tents, doing work on things. And the other three, are doing whatever the heck they plan to do. Whether that's goofing off, smoking a pipe, chasing fairies in the woods, whatever.
You mean
Chase-
being chased by fairies?
Chasing
Yes.
fairies.
But yes, the rest of the day passes without incident. The researchers mostly just doing various work, comparing notes, running back and forth from the inside to, from inside the cave to the outside of the cave, usually carrying something with them as they go, either in or out. Uh, as the night begins to fall, the group settles down for lunch for a nice dinner. The elf takes out a small panpipe and starts playing. He's very good. He's had hundreds of years of practice. Um, and the night falls pretty well peacefully. The next morning, you guys wake up and the researchers are all inside. They're gone. Like, you can't find them anywhere outside.
Hey, my
Good
dudes.
morning.
Did they leave us any food?
There is like strips of bacon and fresh greens sitting there with some water.
Yum. Breakfast. Yum.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get up, greet everybody, and start making my breakfast. Without a care in the world.
Same.
All right. As you guys continue to do your morning routines, uh, the redhead comes back out and she like waves the four of you over.
Yes, what you want?
What's
Hey,
up?
Stacy.
We're going on a hike. The five of us. I have the general coordinates for where we should be able to find what we're looking for, and hopefully there'll be something unusual enough to stand out to the five of us that we can find what we're looking for.
Sounds good, my dude.
All right. I need to populate that map with tokens. I'm just gonna grab all. No, wrong layer. Grab all of you. Copy paste.
Is the terrain like up on the mountain like a dense forest or more sandy?
It is a little bit of dense trees. It's not like super dense forest. You guys are just barely outside the Badlands after all. So it's more, they're like scrub trees and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like they're green, which is different from anything in Neomar, but they
Okay.
are they are still very like small, stunted little things.
Okay.
As you guys begin the climb, it's a bit of a hike. You climb for a good 30-40 minutes before she holds up her hand and, all right, we should be in the general area where we need to look. So
I
start
look.
looking.
I look.
Right?
All right.
Yeah.
I'll wait for everyone to give me their checks.
Is it just perception or
Yes,
investigation?
it is perception if you're just looking around. If you're actively like turning rocks over and stuff, you can use investigation.
You're too busy eating your bacon.
I mean, yeah, I'm eating my bacon, kind of in my own fucking.
I will do the investigation. Be a little bit
Okay,
slow.
so three of you just start like walking around, looking around the area. Mott begins like kicking rocks over, pulling tree branches away, and like digging in the dirt. So go ahead and put yourselves, like scatter yourselves around the map.
That should be a slow enough pace.
Yeah, she's gonna be here. All right, so Flame, as you are wandering around, you notice at the edge of the creek you see something shiny. It doesn't look like metal. It doesn't look like stone. It's just glinting in the sunlight.
Okay.
Kunari, you find several like overturned rocks that look like they're not natural. They're too smooth. Brian doesn't find anything, unfortunately.
No, that's not true, Ninja. I find a place to take a nap.
Okay, Brian
Right
settles
there looks very comfortable.
Brian settles down under a tree and takes a nap.
I
And
will.
as you were turning stuff over and digging in the dirt, you dig about 3, 4 inches deep and hit something hard and crystalline right about here.
Okay.
I'm investigating the shiny thing.
All right. It's a shell, but it's not like a normal like freshwater shell. It's got a silver luster to it,
Okay.
hence the sheen.
Hmm. Oh, is it like made of silver?
No,
Or
it's not made of silver. It's just got a silver it looks like silver, but it's not actually silver.
okay, but it's actually like a seashell shell or
Like a freshwater clam shell. Yeah.
for a plant. Okay, okay, interesting. God, I'm trying to remember if we saw anything like that downstairs. I don't think
No,
so.
you guys didn't see anything similar to that. It's
Um,
Then
just you rolled a 22 perception. I have to give you something for it.
okay.
Like
I will
you do
take
notice something.
the silvery seashell or the silvery clamshell.
I want to sniff the
Okay.
rocks that I found.
All right. They smell like dirt and musty stone.
Okay. I put one in my pocket.
Uh, your pockets aren't big enough for these rocks, my friend. When I say they're rocks, I mean they're like, you know, 14-inch diameter rocks.
Okay.
But they're cut rock. They're like cut. They've been smoothed and like they're not natural.
like lodestones?
Like think like pieces of. Have you ever seen the obelisks of Egypt? How you see the pieces of them sort of shear off.
Oh yeah.
Pieces like that. One side is really smooth, like two sides are really smooth, and then there's a really rough curvature on one side.
I'm gonna wave Stacy over. Stacy, come here.
What is it, Kunari?
I want this rock. Do you have miner's pick?
She just looks at you like, no, I don't have a miner's pick, but where did you find that?
Right here. It's too big for a pocket.
It's she kind of starts tearing at like vegetation near where you see the rock, and she, can I help me dig for a moment?
Okay, I'm gonna turn into a what's a digging animal?
Badger?
Badger.
A badger. Yeah, and just start digging.
She looks at you in kind of mild shock, and that's handy. Uh, as a badger, it'll take you 5 minutes to unearth this thing. It's a pillar. It's part of a pillar that's been buried in the dirt. Uh, you can tell from the way the fracture marks match the rock that you found that it used to be much taller, and then something either broke it or smashed it, or it fell apart from wind and rain. As you finish digging, she starts taking notes in her little notebook. And well, we're in the right area. At least this is man-made. This is not a native stone to the area, and it's obviously been damaged in some meaningful way. So good, good find, Kunai.
I telepathically tell her thank you.
Did
Wow, wow.
she looks around the area? Did any of the rest of you find anything?
And probably about that time, just a quick whistle. I think I found something there, Stacy.
All right. She walks over and
And just for sake of
that
convenience, Bont has kind of hand dug a little bit of it.
okay. She kind of looks down and that looks like our crystal roof. Let me. She pulls a small like hand shovel out of her pack and starts shoveling away at it.
I'll come over and
Uh,
start
in
digging.
All right. In a few minutes between the three of you, uh, you manage to uncover about a foot and a half wide section of crystal glass. It's still very dirty. It's still very murky, and like just you can't get it that clean with just digging. Is the thing because it's been sitting under this dirt and soil for you know hundreds of years. She looks that looks at the two of you and well, good find, both of you. This is where we need to dig. We need to uncover at least, I'd say about maybe 6 foot by 6. It's only a few inches deep.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
She kind of looks around. Where's Brian?
um,
Perception check to find him.
a good question.
He's a halfling and he's sleeping. He's
Yeah,
probably pretty.
in
He's
the
snoring
woods.
probably.
You're gonna have to roll pretty high to find him.
All right, let's.
Should I roll a stealth check?
Only if you feel like it.
It's not that my stealth
Roll for
check,
snoring.
let's be honest.
Yeah, Brian.
No.
Says that, and he rolls on a 19.
That's a good question.
Would one of you look around the area and find him, please?
Not Kunari. Kunari, dig,
I
dig,
can't
dig.
exactly lead a third, three-quarters of our team back. And
Give me, guys. Sorry, give me like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I'll be
okay,
back.
go ahead.
Something come up. I'll be right back.
No, but yes. So
We can take a couple minutes just try and find him.
yeah. We'll just say you guys should take these few minutes to find him. Everybody else, we can take a quick snack break or refreshments or whatever.
Brian.
Dig, 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 dig.
I would actually like to know, like, would anything give him away? Like, would you say that he's tucked
Um,
away pretty good, or
he's tucked away pretty good with that stealth check. He's very unnoticeable.
right?
Like with your perception, you'd literally have to step on him to find him.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he wanted to be like in the tree or in the
Yeah,
bush.
he's somewhere like under the tree nearby.
So I'll just like look around the area, probably just pass him too. Brian.
Yes. More tomato. Must eat more tomato. We've got tomatoes coming on, and they're quite good.
That's good to hear.
Unfortunately, we lost our pumpkin.
The squash bugs again?
No, something chewed up the vine,
Really?
like a rodent or something.
Oh,
Because we checked it, there's no squash bugs in it. There's no, like, what were they? What do you call them? Vine weevils or whatever they're called.
right.
But we didn't find any of those. We didn't. But the stem, right where it met the ground, was all chewed up and torn and looked like something with teeth had been at it.
Oh, okay. Hey, Flame. I couldn't find Brian. You have a bit more history with him. Would you be able to know where he's scurried off to?
I will say telepathically. Did
Yeah,
you
my
check
dude.
his room?
He's probably if he's not responding. He either wandered off to go find some more smoke weed, or curled up in a bush, on a tree, something like that, and was probably sleeping. Did you
Did
hear
you
any
check his room?
snoring while you were walking around?
Uh, not. I didn't know.
Did anybody see what direction he generally headed in? I thought he was going to the west over there somewhere.
I thought so too.
Ryan! He's gonna especially listen, see if he can hear snoring.
Check his
All
room.
right. Persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, well, who are you persuading?
Persuading
Oh,
myself. Almost.
almost.
Guidance on
Um,
yourself.
yeah, you guys walk around for a few minutes, listening very intently, but you don't find him anywhere.
Well, do you know where else he could have been?
He could have kept walking off, like I said, to go find some smoke weed.
Well, he at least knows his way back to camp, right?
Oh, I'm sure he's fine.
All right.
He used to be a hermit, right? He's fine off on his own.
Dig, 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 dig.
All right, fair enough.
I think it wasn't capturing my voice.
We didn't hear you
No,
at
we
all.
didn't
So.
hear anything you said.
I said, did you check his room? Did you check his room? I say
What,
telepathically.
what room?
His room back at the guild.
Why would he be there?
That'd be an impressive feat.
Maybe. Kanori, dig, dig, dig. You guys find him.
I think we just dig. He'll be fine. He'll be back when he's ready.
Uh, yes. As you guys are coming back, the Stacy, as you eloquently named her, is currently digging, uh, digging the dimensions out in a grid pattern.
So, Stacy, I take it we're at least going to go back to camp and grab the others?
Yes,
Or,
I'm just marking out where we need to dig.
okay.
We don't know exactly what the dimensions of the
Sorry, back.
dome are underneath, so we need to be careful when we dig. Welcome back. They have attempted to find you and failed. I see you didn't find Brian.
Hey,
No. He
no?
probably wandered off farther away and, like I said, is looking for some smoke weed.
I see. Um, well, I'm sure he can find his way back to camp. Uh,
Yeah, why don't we
it's
just
not
dig this
exactly a
up?
difficult trip. We did pretty much move in a straight-ish line.
What? We should just dig this up.
Kanari will
All
stay
right.
here and dig as Badger. Dig, dig, dig.
Okay, Kanari.
Um, if one of you would like to go back to the camp and find the others, we can. We'd probably be done. Well, actually, no, we'd probably be done if all four of us just stayed and dig.
I think so. I think we'll be fine. Let's just dig.
Let's start digging then. And she
Hmm.
like hands out a couple of shovels to the two of you.
Fair enough.
Diggy, diggy, hole. Diggy, diggy, hole.
I heard that dwarf was
And
saying
neither
there.
of you are dwarves.
I'm a
About like
druid, though.
maybe like half hour later, I'll just emerge bleary eyed, rubbing my eyelids.
All right, about half an hour in, they've got about three-quarters of the digging done, and underneath you can see the dirty like panels of the crystal glass that makes up the roof of the solar.
Um, hmm.
Hey, you found it, guys.
Yeah. Couldn't find you though.
Oh, I was right over there. And I'm gonna point at the tree behind me. Fell asleep.
I circled that thing like 7 times. How in the world did I not see you?
Well, just got to be one with nature, bro. I'm just gonna pick up. I'm just gonna pick up a shovel if there's one available, or take one off of one of you guys to contribute.
Yeah, Mott will probably have pointed it at you, going, "How in the world did I see you?" And you just swipe it from me.
All right, it takes another like 15 to 20 minutes worth of work, but you've got it cleared enough so that you have a 6 foot by 6 foot hole in the ground. It's about 4 inches deep at the west end, and the east end it's about 5 inches deep. So you can tell you're on one of the downward curves of the dome. And is there a stream nearby? I thought I heard running water.
Look past Flame and go, "I think so."
Would
Yeah. I found a
be
seashell over there.
a seashell this far into the mountain? What?
Mm-hmm.
You found a
I will.
seashell, man.
I will be confused about that later. Could one of you bring a couple of buckets of water over, or
Uh,
something of that
Yeah.
nature? Because we need to clean this.
Yeah, my dude. Well, where are the buckets, though?
Whoa,
Buckets here.
we don't need that. I got you. Get the buckets all in our area.
okay.
She does pull a pair of buckets off of her pack and hand them to you.
I'm gonna put them all like a barman would pour a drink, not in a line though, but kind of just a cluster, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm gonna crack my knuckles, wink at Flame a little bit, knowing that he's on fire most of the time, and I'm gonna create water, cast a spell.
Okay. All right. As you create the water, the buckets fill, overflow, just a little bit, and she looks at you, and that was very handy. Thank you.
You know, a lot of wars happen because of, well, dehydration.
I see. Um, if you would take one side and I will take the other, we can rinse this down and see if we can get a better look at it.
Yeah, let's do that. And I'm gonna follow her lead.
All right. You guys grab some buckets, stand at one end, and throw the water at the crystal. The mud and the muck just sort of slough off of it as the water rushes through it. And she looks at it and she goes, um, I thought we were going to have to do more work than that, but it's clean. So can anyone see through it, or is it too opaque on this side?
Uh,
Can we see
do,
through it?
Do we see the research team looking up at us?
You do not. You just see like a slightly milky crystal.
Can't really see. I mean, it's like looking at the bottom of 3 glasses, you know?
I wonder if it's been cut in such a way that you couldn't see into it.
Maybe, my
Hmm.
dude.
Or enchanted that way, maybe. But I don't know. At this point it's all conjecture and speculation. Um, let's head back.
Oh,
I'm still a badger.
All right. Well, but how long does that last?
What level am I?
Two.
level 2.
Let me read wild shape. Where's it
Thought it was about an hour for low level stuff.
at? Number of hours you'll have. So an hour, only less than an hour.
All right. So about halfway back down to camp, your wild shape pops back, and you become a human again. Or you
Humanoid.
Telestar again. Yeah, you become a humanoid again. You're still on your hands and knees though, and it as you transform back, you kind of bonk your head on a low-lying shrub.
Oh,
But
Kunari
you do
like
make
being
it back.
badgered.
You guys make it back. The other three are still inside. Stacy, take some time to rest. I'll go get the others and see what we can see.
Fair enough. Um, while she disappears. Random thought just occurred to me as we were walking. You guys don't think that there's any leftovers of the people who destroyed this stuff? Or do you?
I think we will awaken a great dragon and will slay the mighty Fey Queen.
Ninja, how old did you say the ruins seem to be?
They're a few hundred years old.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say, well, they gotta be like me or the elf folk or the dwarves to still be around, you know?
Oh, yeah, if it's that degenerate. Like, it could be a generational thing. Could have swore I heard at least rumors in Neomar of a group of, I don't know, bandit-like people that were protecting a tomb from adventurers. Quite literally referring to the mummy. So, yeah, could have been that.
All right. As you guys are talking, the researchers have come back out. Elric and the elf are both giddy as all get out. The blonde-haired woman is just shaking her head slightly, and Stacy has got a big grin on her face. Um,
So, did it work?
it worked as soon as you had washed off the grit. We placed the tablets down, and the solar came alive.
Cool, my dude.
Whoa.
What does
What
that mean?
happened? What
It's
happened? Explain.
it filled with this very thick fog, and then everything went dark, and then stars, millions of stars, just flared into existence. Um, and we learned that if you take one of the constellation plates and place it over the sun or moon, it will shift the view to that constellation, depending on
Whoa.
whether it's during the day or during the night cycle, depending on which one you place it on.
Okay.
Kunari want to play with it.
That, hmm,
That's pretty cool.
that's some very powerful magic to last this long.
I think we have. I think I understand how that has happened. Um, there are runes carved. If you look underneath the uh, the bench like tables in there, there are runes carved underneath them. A very long set of very complicated runes. We were we weren't sure how the magic had lasted that long either until uh, and he points at the blonde. She saw one of the runes on while she was reaching for one of the plates. We think that there are more of these runes engraved along the outside of the solar dome. Even if they're filled with grit and dirt and grime, they would still hold power.
So we did
Oh,
good. We get paid now.
You did very good, yes.
hmm,
I will send word to the guild that the four of you deserve, you know, a bonus for your work.
oh, well, as happy as I am to get any cash from the guild as I can, the question does remain: why destroy this place?
That is a good question.
And because
Um, we would we need to do more research if we were to determine that.
fair enough. Because I just worry that researchers such as yourself, or at least the generation past, uh, kind of like the politics in Neomar. If you look too deep into things, you find stuff that you don't want to, and people inevitably want it covered. So,
I understand your concern, but if we can uncover the purpose behind this place, maybe we can understand why it was destroyed. If it does become obvious that things are not on the up and up, we will, of course, abandon the research and seal the place immediately.
Hmm.
We're not in the business of bringing harm down upon our heads
fair enough.
or the academic college that we belong to. Either way, if you would like to see the solar light up as is in its glory, I'd be willing to show you.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
Kunari wants C.
Yeah, like we made the trip out here, and so far
All
nothing
right.
truly exciting as our past adventure has happened. So might as
Can
find.
Charlene see too? Can we bring Charlene?
I don't believe she will fit.
Oh,
That and what? Isn't there a saying about elephants and flying? Wait, no, that's pigs. Never mind.
I thought you were making some kind of obscure Dumbo reference. I
I That's what I
pick
thought. That's what came to mind the moment I said it, but no, it was quite literally confusing the pig when pigs fly with the elephants fly. All right, then Elric, lead the way.
Very
Dumbo, the
well.
ninth wonder of the universe, the world's only flying elephant.
All right. He takes you guys inside, leads you back to the solar. Uh, as you walk in, there's a brilliant shaft of sunlight arcing down into the center of the room from where you guys uncovered the dome. Uh, Looking at it from this angle, it's crystal clear. You can see right out of it.
mm.
Cool.
He walks over, places the tablets on the two pedestals, and the room goes and starts to be filled with this really murky, thick fog as it envelops you. Like your vision goes from, you can see the entire room to you can see 3 inches in front of your nose
Hmm.
if you're lucky.
Oh,
And you hear Elric go, "Oh, here we go," and then everything goes dark, and like little tiny pinpoints of light just start flaring up into existence out around you.
I'll try to catch one.
Your hand passes right through it.
How
As it
plain is it?
fills with dots, these points of light, the room slowly gets brighter and brighter until you are standing in. It's basically like being outside at night. You can
Hmm.
see there, but the difference is you can see clearly. You can see clearly from one end of the room to the other,
Wow.
and you are basically surrounded by what you assume are stars.
Is this just our plane of existence, or does this allow us to look into
I
other
I
planes of existence?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh,
We, like I said, we need to do more research. We need to. I was hoping to find some kind of records or something that they left behind, but everything seems to have been taken or destroyed.
Well, that's just the thing, Alric. You and I still need to do a quick pass.
Yes,
Uh,
that is true. After this, perhaps, and which constellation would you like to see? And he walks over to the the ring of tables around the room and grabs some of the plates.
well, this might be a little selfish, but is there the constellation of the chromatic lady, the Draco constellation?
Of course. I think I saw that one. Here, over here. And he walks over and picks up a plate. And he sets it. Do you want to see it during the solar cycle or the lunar cycle?
Uh,
lunar.
Lunar? Very well. He walks over and you see him slip the plate over the crystal, and it fits like just like a sleeve. It goes of metal. The light shining through it changes. The stars do this kind of sickening swirling as things transition to where you are looking, and the constellation of Draco appears sort of in the center of the room.
Oh,
Yo, Flame,
yeah, my dude.
this really makes me wonder.
I
Wonder what?
figure.
Makes me wonder if they were making faces at us when we were digging it out.
Probably, my
Eh,
dude.
Oh,
Probably. I mean, wouldn't you? If you
I
were
mean,
down here looking up at us,
um, I would go to the two of you, and
especially that elf dude, he probably made a scowl. He was like, "Oh, look at Flame. Look at the rest of the party. They suck. Mott sucks. Kunari sucks. Man, you know what I mean? Yeah, Brian.
mhm.
That's
Elric
what he
is
probably
looking at
said.
two of you with very, very like obvious confusion and some slight irritation behind his eyes. And he's like, "Why would you think that?
Oh, because
What
that elf dude hates us.
What'd you think of my digging skills as Badger, Kunari?
Was that you? We couldn't really see through the dirt.
Hmm.
Yeah,
We
I
we
was
noticed the
Badger.
light changing, but we couldn't until you washed the dome clean. We couldn't really see anything through the grime.
Ah,
Mhm.
okay. Can I make a history check to determine which constellation best represents an archfey?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, skills,
It's the one
history.
that has an F on it. That weird
19.
psychic-looking F.
No, it's an
All right.
A, Mama.
Oh,
Archfey.
um,
Yeah. So the 19. There is one constellation that you know represents the Fae folk. It's known as the Dancer.
Let me see the dancer.
Um, very well. Uh, if you'd be so kind as to help me look, I don't believe I saw that one just sitting out.
Okay, I'll look for
And
it.
he walks over to the plates and starts rummaging through them.
Start
were
looking.
there any? And were there any of the plates that looked out of place? I'm gonna.
Not that you've noticed.
Oh,
Flame's
and
gonna
after
start
this,
just rummaging through them and see if there's anything that looks out of place.
we should do one that represents a dragon too, because there's a dragon skeleton.
That's what we just
yeah,
did.
that's what the
The
at least
chromatic lady
Yeah.
is
Mm.
the queen of dragons. That's what Draco is the dragon.
Okay.
While they're searching, I'd like to do just a little investigation. See how
Okay.
far this illusion goes. Does it go down like the stairwell or?
Um, no, as
The,
soon as you step into the stairwell, you are standing again inside that stone corridor. And as you look back, you just see a wall of fog.
oh, uh, I know this is completely out of the realm of possibility, but would I be able to? I don't know if it'd be investigate, but think of like trying to understand how it works.
Arcana.
Yeah, that'd probably be it.
Yeah, it'd be an Arcana check,
I don't
which
think
is
anybody on our team is good at Arcana.
yeah.
Oh, hell no. But
Um,
Okay.
17. You know enough about general magics to understand that it's some kind of illusion. Like you're not really in the stars. It's just you're being shown them by via a very powerful illusionary spell. Um, but beyond that, you can't tell heads or tails of how this thing works.
fair enough.
Like
Just
the,
kind of
the term "smoke and mirrors" pops to your mind as soon as you start looking at the wall. But that's
yeah,
about
fair enough. But yeah, like just kind of scratching his chin as he steps back into the illusion. So, huh, I got nothing.
all right. It does take you guys about 5-10 minutes to find the dancer. Um, Ulrich takes Draco off and puts the dancer back on. And again, there's that sickening swirling as the stars change their positioning to show you the dancer in the center of the room.
Anything Fey like, or anything fairies pop out, or
No, nothing happens. It's
okay,
just showing you the constellation.
okay.
Uh, Flame, you're looking through the place. You don't find anything out of the ordinary, so to speak. All of them are constellations you're fairly familiar with.
The real question is, why'd they build this observatory underground? Why not put it high up in a tower?
Well, considering how old the place is and where it was located on the mountain, we believe that this dome once at one point in time sat on the other side of the mountain, like fully exposed to the sky. We think it may have
Mm,
been covered by some kind of natural catastrophe.
like a avalanche.
Avalanche, landslide, just time in general.
Must be strong to survive an avalanche.
Whatever this place is made out of, it is very durable, yes. Are there any other constellations you'd like to see, or can Mott and I begin our perusal of the area while the three of you go and rest?
Oh man, you guys do what you do.
No, I'm
Yep.
good. Dancer, we saw the dragon, we saw the dancer. I think I'm good.
Yep.
This is a fun room. Kanari want to live in here.
Mm. Lots of
Well,
faith.
maybe if we get a good enough bonus, you can trick out your room to be like this. Maybe.
Can I get the bonus and baby teeth?
God, you still on that?
Elric walks up to you, Mott, and well, once I remove the tablets, I'll the room will go back to its normal bland self, and we can continue on.
All right, fair enough.
He pulls the cover off the moon tablet, puts it away, pulls the two tablets off. The room very slowly, like this fog very slowly dissipates, and you're left standing inside the solar.
Um, before we go exploring, have you folks already switched try to see if you can switch the tablets? Put the one on
Yes,
eight,
we did. Nothing happens when they're not in this particular order.
face up, face down.
Yes, we tried every combination.
All right, I'm just double checking. All right, now to the long and joyous task of tapping on every nook and cranny in this place to see if anything sounds hollow. You guys have fun. Me and Boss Man will be back in however long this takes.
All right, my dude. Have fun.
Whoop, whoop.
All right.
I want to turn
Well,
into a rat while we're resting and eat the cheese.
fair enough. And the whole reason why I took the boss with me, just so you know, Ninja, is because he understands magical scripts. He can read them. So
Yeah.
if we do come across any other magical stuff, he's the person that I can at least go, hey, here you go. So I take it I'm like doing a couple investigation checks, or
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
As you guys are all walking out, because the group will accompany you as far as the main entranceway. Because and Elric is like, well, let's check the living quarters first. If we're going to find anything, it's more than likely going to be there.
all right, let's walk
As
over there.
you guys head that direction, you reach the entranceway, and everyone make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Those three, or me and Boss?
All of you.
Perception.
Perception, not persuasion.
Hey, should go well.
All right.
All right, and then Bossman's perception is just a natural 20. Let's see what we got. D20.
Hey, I just realized we have 3 wisdom classes.
Okay, natural
Yes.
20. Okay, Bossman hears it. Wow. So as the 5 of you make your way through the main entrance, you hear the sound of screaming coming from outside.
Oh shit.
Oh
Shirley!
no.
And as you rush out, like Elric is like immediately running for the front.
Stay
As you guys,
behind us, Elric. We're your bodyguards.
right, sorry, and he like falls back to sort of like in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
like
as you guys go running out into the area, two things immediately like
Ooh.
snap into focus. The redhead is kneeling and screaming over the corpse of the elven man, and there are armed men coming out of the trees.
Oh shit.
I turn into a bear.
Where's Blondie?
question,
Shit,
Kanari. Before you change into a bear, you already did the badger and the rat, didn't
Rat.
No,
you?
the rat hadn't happened yet. We haven't rested yet.
yeah,
Oh,
you
okay,
haven't rested yet.
And plus, it recharges on a short rest, so.
okay.
Oh,
You guys haven't had a short rest yet, though.
Okay.
It's
So I have
fine.
1 charge left.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check.
where's Blondie? He screams at Stacy.
That that she kind of like struggles for words. That bitch slit his throat and ran.
Wait, what?
Wait, what bitch? What?
Stacy or Blondie slit his throat and ran?
Yes,
Oh,
she came up. She came out of her tent, walked up behind him, tapped him on the shoulder, and when he turned, she ran a dagger across his neck.
Okay.
I'm
We'll
gonna.
have to figure that out later, but I think we have to deal with bandits first.
yep.
Uh,
Get in the cave. You and Elric get in the cave, please.
Come along, Stacey. This we can't do anything for him, but we can't just get inside. and he like grabs her by the shoulder and runs inside with her.
I'm gonna walk up to this side of the pit to where the armed guards are like coming out of the woods, and I'm just gonna have both my hands raised, kind of
All
in
right,
a gesture of peace, like,
everybody,
"Whoa, guys, no need for the weapons. Let's talk. What's going on? You need food. You want to get the fuck out of here? Because we're peaceful. You don't want any death upon you."
well, that's too bad, mate. 'Cause we've got orders to burn this camp and everyone in it.
There's like no camp here. It's just some tents and a tiny elephant guy who's like awesome.
Tents make this a camp. Besides that, this is exactly where we were told to be, so that's what we're doing. You got a
And
problem
how
with it?
much did they pay you to do that?
More than you can afford, mate.
Oh, dude, your life is worth way more than whatever's in your jingly purses. Really don't want to do this.
I roar.
All right. With that, roll initiatives, please.
Okay. Brown Bear initiative would be just a D20. I'm gonna roll Kunari just to get on the
Holy
board, and then
shit.
I'll re-roll it as a
Oh,
Brown Bear.
damn.
Nat 20.
Damn, Flame.
Natural 20.
There it is.
So that would be a 15.
Oh shit. I fucked up. When we
Hmm.
walked out and saw that dude dead, I was supposed to do this.
What is that?
It's a sad cat song.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right. So you guys, as they begin to draw weapons. They're drawing what look to be scimitars and hand crossbows or light crossbows. Light crossbow, hand crossbow, light crossbow. Might need that up. And they're not looking too friendly. The one who seems to be their leader is shouting, "I don't care about the others, but you kill that bear first. We don't need that thing tearing us apart."
Roar!
Oh,
All right,
damn.
Flame, you are first.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my wild shape to summon Spark. So huzzah!
Oh, the
lot of
campfire
text.
goes wild, doesn't it?
Sure. Why not? But yeah, so I summon Spark as my action.
Where are you summoning it?
I will summon it away from my 10 feet of the spirit. How far? These are 5-foot squares. I take it.
Yeah, everything's
Yeah.
5 foot.
I will summon him over here just so I don't burn anybody.
All right. Let me find you a token for this.
I told you I was gonna summon him.
Yes, and that was how long ago?
Like 2 months, but you know what?
There we go.
Oh, that's a cool. I like that.
We'll give you control over it real quick.
It's
Control by.
Spark.
All right, you should have control over the token now.
Okay. Shares my initiative, but takes its turn directly after mine. Unless I use a bonus action to tell it to do something else, it just takes the dodge action. Okay, so then I will march forward. I'm just gonna march right about here, and then on Spark's turn, what is his abilities again? The heck can he do? There's something cool he could do. I remember. What was the cool thing he could do? Flame Seed attack at 60 feet. Yeah, I'll have him. I'll bonus action tell him to um try to shoot this guy with his flame seed, and
Ew.
then so I will have him. It's only on summoning or teleporting that he burns people, right? Next on each spirit appears and burns. Yeah, it's only on teleportation and um summoning that he actually burns things. Okay, yeah. So he's going to shoot his flame seed at this guy here, which is
That's just unsanitary.
Oh, that took me off guard.
range weapon attack, which is 1d20 or yeah, 1d20 plus 2, I think. Or wait, 1d20 his proficiency. Okay, so it's +2 plus my proficiency bonus. Sorry, I didn't set up anything automatic for this, which is 0. Okay, so 1d20 plus 2 to hit,
All right, that will hit.
and then the damage is 1d6 plus 2. No, yeah, 1d6 plus 2. 6 plus 2.
5. Okay, and you were shooting which one?
This guy here.
All right.
Just a little bolt of fire comes out and smacks into him.
For some reason, this didn't populate with the HPs correctly input, so I'm just going to add their HPs manually real quick. Because of course, the default tokens apparently don't like this map. Or this, I think it's the sheet, actually. I think it's the character sheet that they don't like. Because I don't have any problems with the other game with this, when I automatically populate something. All right, Kunari, you're up.
Okay. My movement speed as a bear is 40 feet. I'm also large, but that's okay. Run up. Roar! Multi-attack. I have 2 attacks. I guess I'll do it manually. 1d20 plus 6. Okay, for the bite. 1d20 plus 6. 10.
Misses.
And the claw is 1d20 plus 6. 25 hit.
That will hit, yes.
2d6 plus 4. 8 damage.
Okay. You'd have killed him even on a minimum roll, so. You attempt to bite at him. He manages to twist away, and then your paw comes up and just bitch slaps him across the face, and you hear the crack of his neck as he drops.
As a free action, which one's the leader?
You just killed him.
As a free action, I'm going to talk to this guy telepathically and say, "This is your conscience speaking. You want to run."
Okay. Uh, are you trying to intimidate him or persuade him?
Let me check my skills.
I mean,
Intimidate's a 10. Persuasion.
I would do intimidation because this shit's funny.
All right,
well,
intimidation.
I would do deception actually, because
It's
you're
all
trying
the
to.
same thing. Wait, no,
Oh yeah.
deception
Oh,
is
okay.
Why is it? Do I have deception? I do have deception. I'm going to do that.
All right.
Okay.
Make the deception check. 21. All right. He needs to make a successful insight, which I don't think he can pass. But we'll
Because
roll it just because.
who would believe that a bear can just talk to you in your head?
Yeah, no, he fails the insight check.
So he fully believes his conscience is telling him to run.
He just watched a bear basically snap his leader's neck in two pieces. So yeah, he's rethinking life choices at this moment.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, uh, this bandit will make him. Let him go first. I'm going to roll a check to see if he stays or goes. He's gone. He drops his scimitar, says "fuck this," and runs. Takes the dash action and gets the hell out of there. So 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's just straight up gone.
Mm-hmm.
You see the other four like look at each other like, what do we do? And then this bandit back here just says, just kill one of them and we can leave. So we didn't have to kill all of them. Just shoot the bear, shoot the bear. Why is that? Oh, because that's the actual token that was rolled for initiative. We'll just put him off the map for right now. He's effectively gone. All right. So yeah, they're going to attempt to shoot you.
AC
The two in the
11.
back. All right.
Oof.
The two in the the two in the back lift light crossbows and take aim at you. It's not a GM roll. D20 plus 3. That's a
Miss.
5, so that misses.
Miss.
And his crossbow jams, effectively snapping its string. The two in front are going to not rush a bear because they're not that stupid. They're going to back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And 1, 2, 3, 6. They're going to back up and take shots as well.
That's a hit.
One of them hits you. So let's see what's the damage. Why does that keep closing? Quit closing. I need that page open. D8 plus 1.
Well, 6 damage to the bear
6.
HP.
And yes, these guys are also going to move back because they are not stupid. They're not standing next to a bear. 6, 2, 6. Mott, it is your turn.
Let me double check some things. This area, is this just a rock, like protruding rock, or is that a flat rock?
1 second. I was not on the map. I had to check something. Which rock? That is just like a boulder that sits at the edge of the camp.
Like, is it kind of a flat one, or is it like protruding out?
It's probably about 3 feet tall.
Okay, so it's something that he can get up to. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He will move that way, pulling out his short bow. And which one shot actually landed?
This guy back here.
Is it too obscure for Mott to have seen that?
No, he's there. That tree is like, that's one of the really tall ones in the area. It's probably 10 feet tall.
All right.
The branches only come down about 6 feet though.
All right, then yeah, just
You can still see him.
and then just to make sure. Okay, yeah, that's plenty in. Pull out the short bow and see if I can get him right in the fucking chest.
With that attack, you will hit him. With that damage, you will not kill him. So you do plug him and it lands square in like the pectoral muscle, and he like drops his crossbow and like
Did you move it all?
yeah, he moved up to where
Okay,
he
never
is
mind.
now.
I was way back.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do
he
have
was way
steady
back
aim
there.
to get advantage, but just reminding you.
Good.
All right, Brian.
I am just going to hop up on this fallen log that we sit on, take my
Okay.
crossbow out, and fire at the closest one towards me, nearest me.
Okay. That will hit, and that will do 7 damage.
I'm just gonna
All
hold
right,
up my hands and be like, "Regret your shit yet?"
all right. So you plug him in the shoulder, and he also drops the crossbow and like turns and like tries to begin running. All right, Flame.
Okay. I am going to start to catch up, I guess. How far was it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So, Shaggy, the mental image just popped in my head. Forget your shit yet?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
What?
I'm
What am I
confused
missing?
as well.
I'm gonna try to hit this one with the. I want to do something. I don't know if I actually care about doing something more dangerous right now, because it doesn't really matter. They're kind of scared. I'm just gonna hit them with a produce flame
Okay.
and just. Okay, I'm gonna miss.
All right.
Um, just try to hit this guy here.
Equipment. No step.
It's
Okay.
just an attack roll of 8.
Yeah, I'm just reading it to make sure I'm checking. I'm not misreading something.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you throw the flickering flame in your hand at him, and it just sort of flies past his head,
Okay.
uh,
And then I'm
smacks the tree a little bit, and you see the bark like singe, and then the flame goes out.
bonus action. I'm gonna tell Spark, burn him. And then Spark, then that'll be my guy's turn, and then Spark will jump up here. Gotta get him facing sort of the right way, and hopefully I set this up right. Let's try. He's gonna. Did that work? I think that worked.
That
Yes, it
works.
worked.
Nice.
There's an X. I think there's an extra 4 in there I need to fix, but so that's actually 21. 21 for
It
4
still
damage.
hits him.
Yeah.
Like he's dead. You throw your
Oh no,
flame.
that is right because it's my spell attack modifier. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Uh, you see Spark like point his hand out. This small like flame of like sphere of flame smashes into this dude's face, like the back of his head, and he just drops. Kunari.
Okay, I'll move 40 feet. Can get to him. And claw attack. No, bite attack. That's a hit. Bite attack is 1d8 plus 4.
He's dead.
Okay. And I'll claw into him for good measure. Let me just roll that for fun.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, super dead. Alright, that's my turn.
All right. The two bandits who are still remaining are just look at each other and say, they like one shakes his head and he goes, "I didn't sign up for this." He takes the dash action and he runs this way. So let's close that. It's here. Yeah, 30 there. So yeah, 35, 40, 50, 60. He gets to there before he cannot move any further. This one just he looks at the camp and he looks at Canary and he looks at the dead guys and he looks back at the camp and he just shakes his head and like drops his crossbow and runs.
Are
With
we
that
out of
Dash runs or
initiative?
continental,
just run runs?
mm,
Dash runs or just run runs?
like he dashes out of sight, like he disappears into the trees.
Okay.
Are we out of initiative?
Yes.
Okay. I will. This is kind of gross, but Konari's going to eat one of the bandits.
Canary must be hungry.
Um. Okay, let me make note
The
of that.
GM sigh. I love it.
So first off, make a con save.
Okay.
See if you actually stomach the nasty little dude. I need to make a note.
5.
You get about 6 bites in before you're just like, no, long pig don't taste right.
Okay. Konari was curious.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure my character has eaten raw meat before. Like as an animal, he's hunted and
yeah,
killed.
that's
Yeah.
that's understandable, but the difference is you're eating a humanoid.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a big difference between eating a plant or an animal and eating a fellow humanoid.
He wanted to make a statement. So I get 6 bites in, and I'm like, bear stomach.
I'm probably not even going to see this. I'm going to turn to the dead, but I mean the betrayal.
Yeah. The poor elf he's just laying there in a pool of his own blood. His throat has been sliced very neatly, one side to the other. Mott, as you kind of stare at him, whoever did this knew what they were doing with that knife.
Um, with that, Mott's gonna kind of try and lay him down, close the eyes, put the arms over,
Hmm.
and look into his pack. And I don't. Do I even have change of clothes? I. Oh yeah, I have some traveler's clothes. I'm going to rip one of those
Oh,
sleeves off and just kind of wrap it around his neck to where it's
as I say, don't
less
forget
grip.
there's 4 tents over here full of stuff. He does have clothes in one of his tents.
Yeah, but it's my own clothes. I can always get those repaired.
Okay.
But yeah, just ripping off a sleeve of it and kind of wrapping it around the neck to where it's less grotesque.
Okay.
I'm going to approach as you're doing this and give you this kind of like probably the most meaningful of meaningful nods you've ever seen Brian do. Whereas usually he's not serious. This is the one time he is. And I place a comforting hand on your shoulder as you're tying around the neck.
You are a cleric, right?
On a good day.
Oh, I'm gonna hope that today is a good enough day. You do whatever rights you need to. I'm gonna get the other two.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to presume my beliefs on this poor soul. Cyril Ali, of course, will forgive any transgressions as far as I can imagine. We've only been treated nicely by her, right? She's been one of the nicer ones, right?
Are you asking the DM or me as Mott?
Both. Yeah, anyone, I guess.
Oh,
I'm
I
trying to
didn't.
remember.
I wasn't sure what you were
Oh,
intuiting to.
okay. Well, then never mind. Yeah. So I'll just say Cyril Ali We are sorry for this. Pray to you. May they rest in peace.
Good enough.
Barakonari will stroll up with blood all over his fur and face, and then just lay down like a bear and his arms folded and put his bear snout on his arms at the feet of
All
this
right.
person.
All right. Elric and the redhead come out. She is in tears. She is crying, like ugly crying at this point. Elric is doing his best to comfort her, and he looks around and goes, "Is everyone all right?"
Um, Except the bandits, but those are an acceptable loss.
Yes. What do they want?
Kill
Uh,
us.
from what they said, to kill anyone and everyone associated with this camp.
Why would they? I don't understand. And
R-
why?
r-
Why would she? And he looks directly at the elf. I don't. None of this makes sense. She's a researcher. She works with us. Why would she kill one of her own?
Not all people are who they say they are. Some just get into the positions that they want to watch over things. An open ear is a very friendly thing.
He walks over to this rock with the redhead, and they sit down. Can you,
Which tent
whatever,
was the blondes?
the one at the very bottom, next to your
Yep,
cart?
fair enough. Hey, Flame and Clark, uh, want to follow me and double check?
Sure.
All right. You get down to her tent. You walk in, and it's pretty bare bones. There's a cot. There's a small chest. There's a notebook on the table. Um, there's a small little like camp heater in the corner, and that's about it. Like there's no
Uh,
clothes, there's no packs, no nothing. Whatever she had to carry with her, she is taken with her.
uh, I guess Mutt will pass the journal over to Flame, or I guess Brian in this case, whichever one's closer, and double check the chest.
All right. It's a small personal chest. You see a couple of vials of like blush and makeup stuff, and a couple of rings, but that's it. The journal is, it's not so much a journal as just field notes, um, but they're written in a particular cipher. You can't understand what the hell she was writing. It seems like just a bunch of gobbledygook. Like you catch a couple of words like tablets, astrologians, stuff like that, and then it's just written in just just gobbledygook.
Um, he's gonna take the personal chest. Is it just a small one he can kind of put under his
Yeah,
arm or something?
it's like a maybe a half foot long by 6 inch, like 4 inch wide chest.
Then yeah, gonna loop around, stop and give a nice solemn pat to the elephant, and keep on walking.
All right.
So, hey Brian, can I have that journal back?
I'm gonna hand it back without question.
Uh, would either of you two be able to understand this?
Um, what do you mean?
That's her journal, or at least the journal that's left in it, and that doesn't make any sense to me.
All right, so you actually did look at it.
Yeah.
All right, Mott can read this.
Oh, well,
It in thieves can't.
then I apologize. Then yeah. Okay. What
Um,
was the thing
you
then?
the page you are on basically says they've discovered the original purpose of the astrologian's dome. I have to stop this. They cannot be allowed to know that information.
All right, then yeah, he'll just read it out loud then.
Elric and the redhead look at you and what information? What we didn't learn anything. What is so important that she would kill someone to protect it?
No, I made light
And
of it
how does
earlier.
she know about this? What else does that journal say?
All right, let me just kind of flip through the page, like I guess suppose flip backwards
Yeah.
and read aloud.
All right. Most of the stuff is like uh, status reports. There are several days where it's just nothing has been discovered. All is good. And then you get back to the very first page and you read something very disturbing. It says, "My ancestors guarded this place for ages. They haven't allowed anyone since the destruction to walk these halls. This research group plays with things that they don't understand, and I cannot allow them to do anything that would jeopardize our vigil. I hope that
And,
it doesn't come to this. I have genuinely grown to like these people, but if I must, I will do what I have to."
and with that, he's gonna kind of close it in his hand and going, "The fates like fucking with me. I swear they do."
But
Because
we're right there. We're almost done.
that joke I made, I suppose timeline wise, it would have been yesterday. I could have swore that was just underground rumors in Neomar.
Come here, Mr. Bear.
Here, my feet helps.
I know. I was just holding them.
So unfortunately, I thought those rumors were jokes. Apparently, they're not.
This Elric he's got his head in his hands and he just looks stricken. "I'll be right there." "What, sweetie?" "I don't know. He probably needs to go." But he looks very stricken. He's just, "So we uncovered something someone would kill to have remain hidden.
Yep.
I." And he sits up and he like takes a deep breath and he like you see him like steel himself. "Very well. This research is officially over. We're going to bury this place as best we can. No one goes
Oh,
in ever again.
oh, wait,
No more
wait,
lives will be lost because of
wait.
academic curiosity."
I'm sorry. Excuse me. And I'm gonna be like waving in the air from where I'm sitting. You're okay. First off, why didn't she just say that she was a descendant? When that she was here to protect it and just inform you all.
Most thieves, bandits, and murderers aren't very forthcoming
Yeah, but
with those.
she,
If
but
this
she didn't have to be a murderer. She could have just said, "Hey, uh, that temple is very special, and I know the origins and the roots and all the stories around it. I'll tell you everything if you just don't bother it."
Yeah, but the only
She
problem with
was.
that, Brian, is that when you tell researchers, he's going to motion to the two, that you have knowledge and don't want to tell them why they don't need to poke around, they'll poke around even harder.
No, but that's just it. She should just say, tell the researchers why. There's no reason to keep it hidden.
She
And
if
had
there
big
was
secret.
something
also,
if there's something secretive that they wish to keep from us,
okay,
then by telling us that there was a secret here, she would reveal it and jeopardize whatever mission she was on already.
okay, okay, that's fair. But now my second part to this monologue, and I'm sorry, I'm this thing. Um, why are you ceasing your research?
Because a man has died.
Yeah, but he has
Did I
died.
not tell you Did I not tell you once already that if this research became dangerous to any of my members of my research team, I would end it immediately?
Yep,
No,
you did.
you did, and I really mean no disrespect, but this researcher died now for nothing if you don't continue what he's came here to do.
We do not understand the nature of our enemy. If this group comes back in force, can you guarantee our safety?
I'm gonna look at the bear and then back at them and be like, absolutely. I mean,
Against okay,
he's a
maybe I
bear
should
and
make maybe I
he
should
has
make
a
myself clearer.
fire demon.
Those are those are bandits. The way they are dressed, the way they behave, they are paid bandits. They're thugs. I'm asking you, and he's getting very like he's standing up at this point. I'm asking you, if they came back with a trained unit of enemies, would you be able to defend us? If they
Yes.
came back with equally powerful sorcerers, wizards, fighters, would you be able to stop them?
Roar.
I-
I'll telepathically ask Brian. Do you really want to stay here and defend them for like years and years?
I'm gonna give the bear a kind of raised brow and a little half shrug towards the bear, but I'm sure other people can think that I'm shrugging at that question that was just asked by this guy. I can make no promises or guarantees, but we were hired to protect you, and in some regards, we did. And I'm well aware they're not well trained. Um, Perhaps we can track the lady down.
He sits back down and puts his hand in his head again. If you wish to track her, that is fine. But until such time as I have a clear cut yes or no that this place can be defended against an unknown attackers, I will have this research halted.
And that is more than fair. Thank you for at least listening to me, my inquiries. I really meant nothing offensive by it, and I'm truly sorry
I
for the loss.
understand that, and I'm I'm letting emotion get the better of me. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I understand.
I'm going to telepathically ask the NPC who's talking. Um,
Mhm.
Eric.
do
Elric,
you do
yeah.
you have money to pay for defenses for years and years?
No, we do not. Our research fund is not that thick.
Mm. No, I'm just gonna
Like
nod.
that is why I was asking if you could guarantee safety. If not, this research must be halted.
Telepathically say, well, we could track down uh, Blondie, or was it Blondie that died or Blondie that killed him?
Blondie that
Blondie
Blondie
is
killed
the
him.
killed
one who
him.
killed him.
We could track down Blondie and get some answers. Other than that, Quinari don't know.
I mean, I'm just gonna say out loud uh, to Kanari as well. I'm gonna say, if anything, guys, if she is hell bent on keeping this place secret, there's no telling that she won't bring a bunch of people and try to assassinate all of us for even knowing this place exists. So it would probably be in our best interest to track her first before she gets those reinforcements.
I'll say, yes, let me try to get her sent and track her. Well, follow me.
Of course, I'm not going to speak for everybody here, and I'm going to look kind of past the two to Flame, and then over here to where Mott ran up to probably loot things, right?
Uh, he's looking at the bandits, see if they are
Okay.
like also associated with anything thieves or.
They are all dressed in ragged leathers and dirty clothes, piss poor equipment. Like they're bandits. They're your run of the mill street bandit.
Okay, I'll try to get Blondie sent and track her down as a bear.
All right.
Bears have good sense of smell, right?
Yes.
They do.
Wait, why are you doing a saving throw?
Oh,
He did that earlier.
when I ate somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Allegedly.
All right. Well, with that, we will call session there. I have to go put the kiddos to bed, and it is 8 o'clock, which is our usual ish ending.